Superstitions have been an integral part of Chinese culture for centuries, intertwining ancient beliefs with modern practices. From lucky numbers to symbolic colors, these traditions reveal how deeply rooted symbolism is in everyday life. Join us as we explore 10 fascinating Chinese superstitions and uncover their meanings.
You're watching China Stream, your gateway to China. Here, we uncover fascinating stories and insights about this extraordinary country. Let's dive in.
1. The number 8. Let's talk about the number 8, a superstar in Chinese culture. Why is it so beloved? It all comes down to sound symbolism. In Mandarin, the word for 8, or ba, sounds remarkably close to the word for wealth or prosperity, which is fa. This similarity has elevated the number to almost mythical status in Chinese superstition. Imagine this: someone is bidding on a car license plate, and they're willing to pay thousands of dollars just because it has the number 8 in it. It's not uncommon. In fact, people go to incredible lengths to incorporate this number into their lives. Whether it's a phone number, a house address, or even the time for a big event. The number 8 is a must-have for those seeking good fortune, and here's a fascinating example of just how deeply this belief is embedded. Remember the Beijing Olympics? They didn't just pick any random date for the opening ceremony. It was meticulously planned to start on August 8, 2008 at exactly 8:08 p.m. Do you know why? Because this sequence of 8s was believed to bring exceptional luck to the games and symbolically, to China's global image. But it's not just about luck for individuals. The number 8 is also tied to economic success, which resonates in a rapidly developing nation like China. For businesses, having an address or a phone number with multiple 8s can be a marketing tool. Customers subconsciously associate these businesses with prosperity and trustworthiness. Interestingly, the importance of the number 8 isn't just confined to China. In regions with large Chinese communities, like Singapore, the obsession with 8 is equally pronounced. Property prices shoot up if the building number includes an 8, and phone numbers with consecutive 8s are auctioned off at sky-high prices. 2. The number 4. While the number 8 is celebrated for its association with wealth, the number 4 has quite the opposite reputation. It's one of the most feared numbers in Chinese culture. Do you know why? It all comes down to its pronunciation. In Mandarin, the word for 4, or su, sounds strikingly similar to the word for death, or si. This eerie resemblance has made the number 4 synonymous with bad luck and misfortune. This fear of the number 4 is so widespread that it's more than just a superstition. It has a tangible impact on architecture, daily life, and even technology. Let's start with buildings. If you visit a hotel or an apartment complex in China, you might notice something strange: the 4th floor is often missing. That's right, it jumps from the 3rd floor straight to the 5th. And it doesn't stop there. Many buildings also avoid floors like the 14th, 24th, and 34th, because those numbers also contain the dreaded 4. In some extreme cases, you might find entire floors numbered as 3A or 5A to avoid the association altogether. This superstition even affects hospitals and other places where people are particularly wary of bad omens. Would you feel comfortable in a hospital room numbered 4 or 44? For many in China, that's an absolute no-go. The same goes for license plates, phone numbers, and even postal addresses. It's not uncommon for people to pay extra to avoid the number 4 in any of these. This superstition isn't unique to China. It's also prominent in other East Asian countries like Japan and Korea, where the number 4 is similarly avoided. This shared cultural trait, known as tetraphobia, reflects a collective sensitivity to the symbolism of death and misfortune. 3. Avoiding tipping over rice bowls. Rice is more than just a staple food in China. It's a cultural cornerstone and a symbol of life, prosperity, and hard work. But did you know that tipping over a rice bowl is considered a serious taboo? It's not just an accident, it's seen as a symbol of disrespect and even a bad omen. The roots of this superstition lie in the deep cultural reverence for rice. In traditional Chinese beliefs, rice is regarded as a gift from the heavens and the fruit of one's labor. Treating it carelessly, such as spilling or tipping over a bowl, is thought to invite poverty or misfortune. Now, imagine you're sitting at a family dinner table. If someone accidentally tips their rice bowl, It might be met with a chorus of concerned looks and even a stern reminder to be more mindful. This practice reflects a broader theme in Chinese culture, the importance of gratitude and respect. Every grain of rice symbolizes not only the effort of the farmer who grew it, but also the collective work of past generations who have paved the way for today's prosperity. But here's the flip side. This belief isn't just about avoiding bad luck, it's also a way to reinforce values. It reminds people, especially children, to appreciate the food they have and to respect those who provided it. The idea is to cultivate a sense of mindfulness and gratitude in everyday life. In some regions, this superstition is tied to an old saying, 粒米一粒汗，浪费一粒米，来生减十粒. That translates to each grain of rice comes from a drop of sweat. Waste one grain of rice, and in the next life, you will pick up 10. It's a vivid metaphor that underscores the cultural weight of this belief. The respect for rice also reflects broader Chinese attitudes toward food. In many parts of China, wasting food of any kind is frowned upon. Leftovers are often repurposed into delicious dishes, and meals are planned carefully to ensure nothing goes to waste. This sustainable mindset has become even more relevant today, with modern movements promoting zero-waste lifestyles. So, what about you? Do you think we could all use a little more mindfulness when it comes to food? The next time you're at the dinner table, think of the effort that went into what's on your plate. 4. Gifts of clocks. 送钟. Giving gifts is a universal way of showing appreciation or celebrating a special occasion. But in China, the type of gift matters immensely. One particular item that you should avoid at all costs is a clock. Yes, a simple clock can be seen as a harbinger of doom. Do you know why? It all comes down to language and symbolism. In Mandarin, the phrase for giving a clock, 送钟, sounds eerily similar to the phrase for sending someone off to their end, 送钟. In other words, gifting a clock can be interpreted as wishing death upon someone. Talk about a gift gone wrong. This taboo is so strong that it applies to both clocks and watches, although the latter is considered slightly less ominous. Imagine this scenario: you're at a birthday party, and you present the host with a beautifully wrapped clock. Instead of gratitude, you might be met with awkward smiles or even polite refusals. For the recipient, your well-meaning gift might feel more like a curse than a celebration. But why clocks? Beyond the phonetic similarity, clocks also symbolize the passage of time. In Chinese culture, where longevity and continuity are highly valued, a clock serves as a stark reminder of life's finite nature. Gifting one can feel like counting down the recipient's days, a thought no one wants lingering over their celebration. But if you accidentally give someone a clock or a watch, don't panic. There's a workaround. The recipient might buy the gift from you, even if it's just for a symbolic amount, like 1 yuan. This simple act breaks the curse by turning the gift into a transaction. 5. Lucky red envelopes. 红包. Few symbols are as iconic in Chinese culture as the red envelope, or 红包. These vibrant packets aren't just decorative. They're brimming with cultural significance, tradition, and of course, money. Whether it's Chinese New Year, weddings, or even birthdays, giving and receiving a red envelope is one of the most cherished rituals in China. What makes the red envelope so special? Let's start with the color. Red is considered the luckiest color in Chinese culture. It symbolizes happiness, prosperity, and protection from evil spirits, but the tradition goes deeper than just the color. The act of giving a 红包 is steeped in etiquette and symbolism. For example, the amount of money inside is crucial. It should always be an even number, as odd numbers are associated with funerals. And whatever you do, avoid amounts containing the number 4. On the flip side, amounts with the number 8 are highly sought after, symbolizing prosperity. Now, let's talk about occasions. During Chinese New Year, 红包 are traditionally given by elders to younger family members, like children or unmarried relatives. This gesture is a way of sharing blessings and ensuring a prosperous year ahead. In weddings, the 红包 takes on a different role. Guests give red envelopes to the couple, not just as a gift but also as a contribution to their new life together. Did you know that digital 红包 are now a thing? Thanks to apps like WeChat, people can send virtual red envelopes to friends and family with just a few taps. It's become a popular way to celebrate holidays and birthdays in a modern cashless society while still honoring the age-old tradition. Receiving a hongbao comes with its own set of rules. It's polite to accept it with both hands as a sign of respect. And remember, you're not supposed to open it in front of the giver, it's considered rude. Instead, wait until later to peek inside and appreciate the gesture. But red envelopes aren't just about the money. They represent an exchange of good energy, blessings, and hope for the future. It's a tradition that has stood the test of time, evolving from ancient customs to a modern symbol of connection and goodwill. So, the next time you see those bright red envelopes being handed out, know that they're more than just gifts. They're little packets of luck, happiness, and love. 6. Feng Shui. Feng Shui isn't just about decorating your home, it's a philosophy, an art, and a science that has guided Chinese culture for thousands of years. Literally translating to wind and water, Feng Shui is all about harmonizing the energy, or qi, in a space to bring health, happiness, and prosperity to its inhabitants. So, how does it work? At its core, Feng Shui is based on the idea that our surroundings influence our lives. By carefully arranging spaces, whether it's your home, office, or even a garden, you can create a flow of positive energy that supports success and well-being. Here's a simple example: the placement of your bed. According to Feng Shui principles, your bed should have a solid wall behind it for support and be positioned to give you a clear view of the door. That's because it symbolizes stability and a sense of security, key elements for a peaceful night's sleep and good fortune. But Feng Shui goes beyond furniture placement. It takes into account the elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, and how they interact. A home that balances these elements is believed to invite harmony and wealth. For instance, adding a water feature, like a fountain, in certain areas of your home is thought to encourage financial success. On the flip side, clutter is considered a major no-no. It disrupts the flow of qi and can lead to stagnation in your life. Feng Shui isn't just for homes. It's also widely applied in the design of major buildings and cities. Take Hong Kong, for example. Many of its skyscrapers and public spaces were built with Feng Shui principles in mind. Even global brands have embraced it. Did you know that HSBC's headquarters in Hong Kong was designed with Feng Shui to ensure the flow of wealth? Feng Shui isn't just about prosperity, it's also about protection. Mirrors are carefully placed to reflect and deflect negative energy. And certain shapes or designs are avoided because they're believed to attract misfortune. Of course, not everyone believes in Feng Shui, but even skeptics can appreciate the practical benefits of its guidelines. A clean, organized, and thoughtfully arranged space is bound to feel more inviting and comfortable, regardless of your beliefs. 7. Cutting hair during the Lunar New Year. During the Lunar New Year, even your hairstyle can influence your luck or someone else's. A unique superstition warns against cutting your hair in the first month of the lunar calendar, as it could bring bad fortune to your maternal uncles. The belief stems from a linguistic pun. Cutting hair, 剪头发, sounds like severing ties, 剪亲, specifically with your mother's side of the family. In a culture where family bonds are deeply cherished, anything that symbolically cuts these ties is avoided during such an auspicious time. As a result, salons are bustling in the days before the Lunar New Year as people rush to get their haircuts. Once the celebrations begin, scissors and razors are put away, and hairstyles are left untouched until the first lunar month ends. This superstition reflects a broader theme of avoiding loss or separation during the new year. For instance, debts are paid off, quarrels are avoided, and sharp objects are used sparingly to ensure harmony and preserve good fortune. In ancient China, hair was seen as a gift from one's parents, and cutting it was considered disrespectful. While this view has evolved, echoes of it still linger in customs like this. Whether taken seriously or as a fun tradition, this belief adds to the richness of Lunar New Year celebrations. If you're celebrating with friends or family in China, consider skipping that haircut or get it done in advance. It's a small way to honor tradition and avoid an accidental bad hair day for your uncles. 8. Lucky fruits. In Chinese culture, food and symbolism are deeply intertwined, and fruits play a key role in superstitions. During celebrations like Chinese New Year, fruits are symbols of prosperity, good fortune, and success. Oranges, teng, and tangerines, ju, are especially iconic. Their golden color symbolizes wealth, and their names are homophones for success, cheng, and luck. Ji, gifting or displaying them is like saying, may your year be full of wealth and success. Pineapples, fengli, are also popular, especially in southern China, as they sound like prosperity arrives. They often appear in decorations, desserts, and displays to invite good fortune. Round sweet fruits symbolize wholeness and unity. Perfect for family gatherings. Pomelos, called you, with their large, round shape, signify abundance and to possess, you. Their presence adds another layer of good wishes. Fruits are often exchanged in pairs during the Lunar New Year to symbolize balance and harmony. A pair of oranges brings more good vibes than a single one. Fruits are also used in rituals and prayers, offered to ancestors and deities to show respect and seek blessings. Their vibrant colors and sweet aromas attract positive energy, making them a key part of celebrations. 9. Whistling at night. In Chinese culture, whistling after dark isn't just seen as a nuisance, it's believed to attract ghosts and malevolent spirits. This superstition stems from the idea that the spiritual world is most active at night, especially after sunset when the veil between the living and the spirit world is thinnest. Whistling, with its sharp sound, is thought to act like a beacon, drawing unwanted attention from spirits. During the Ghost Festival in the 7th lunar month, this belief becomes even stronger, as spirits are said to be most active. Many avoid whistling to avoid disturbing or provoking the unseen. Even in modern cities, people often refrain from whistling at night out of respect for tradition. Whistling is also considered a bad omen, symbolically disrupting luck and harmony. Parents warn children against it, passing this belief through generations. So, whether you believe it or not, skipping the nighttime whistle is a way to honor tradition and maybe keep the spirits at bay. 10. Avoiding sharp objects at ceremonies. In Chinese culture, sharp objects like knives and scissors are more than just tools. They symbolize division and are avoided during important ceremonies, such as weddings and Lunar New Year celebrations. Knives and scissors are believed to cut relationships, luck, and family ties. During joyous occasions focused on unity and harmony, their presence is seen as inviting discord. For example, weddings celebrate bringing families together, so using scissors to cut ribbons or knives to open gifts is avoided to prevent severing symbolic bonds. Similarly, during Lunar New Year, sharp objects are thought to cut off good fortune. Some families even avoid cooking with knives during the first days of the new year, opting for pre-cut ingredients instead. This belief influences modern life as well. For example, thoughtful gifts for birthdays or housewarmings often symbolize growth and prosperity, like plants or fruits, rather than something sharp, like a knife set.
From lucky numbers to careful gift-giving, these superstitions reveal the deep connection between symbolism and daily life in Chinese culture. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you've made it this far and enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing insights into China and beyond. Your support helps us bring you even more fascinating stories. And stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll dive into another captivating topic about China.